Hi, we're out here in this canyon, kicking back in beautiful nature. Let me get you a better view of it. There we go. How'd you like that? Here in nature, we have this beautiful stream, the purest music around. Now, we're here to talk about the mind. The mind, in many ways, is like this river, stream, a creek, a nice mountain stream, a tiny river, a flowing of water. The mind tends to work in such a manner as this creek does. There are many words you can call it in many dialects, you know. Some people call them rivers, creeks, streams, bayous, you name it, they call it that. But what we have is a flowing of water. The mind has a flowing of thoughts, like the flowing of water. All too often, our thoughts get structured. And our thoughts in this structuring, like this creek, flow in one direction only. But very seldom do we do anything to alter the flow. But if you can notice, there are rocks. These rocks we will call procrastinators. These procrastinators cause us to stop, backflow, and things like that. And oftentimes we second guess ourselves in our direction and flow in life. And like this creek, our mind is a symbol of flowing, movement, progressing. We live in the now, going into the future. The same way this water goes downstream. But it doesn't always go downstream. Occasionally, there's an eddy current that causes it to flow backwards. And in flowing backwards, it makes a deposit. These deposits you see behind the rocks and everything else, where water swirls and puts these deposits in place. Oftentimes, we just go forward in life, just mindless, flowing with the stream, and we overcompensate, and we spend everything. We don't save, we don't build up. Like the sand behind the rocks, we must oftentimes stop, pause, go against the flow, and deposit a percentage of that which we carry. In this case, our finances into the rocks and behind the rocks. And the rocks become a shelter. And like these sands and like these gravels in the floor of the stream, in the bed of the stream, our finances build up in banks, credit unions, your piggy bank, your wallet. If you take one dime out of every dime you earn, out of every 10, 1/10 of all you earn, and you stick it aside to pay to yourself, that will be your wage to yourself for the labor that you do. This 1/10 will build up to become a big sandbar one day, like all the deposits you see upstream there. Those weren't there. If you notice, they cover the grass now from the last rain, because the water, when it gets to flow and deposited its percentage there, like you can deposit your money into the bank and still flow downstream, building a wealthy bar behind you. Now, there's concepts that all is mind. Okay? All is mind means that the universe is mental. No, not crazy like it means today. Ow! Everybody's whacked out crazy. Yeah, right. But the universe is mental in the fact that they believe that we are living in a dream, and that the mind affects reality. And the mind does affect reality. Everything you've ever done, everything you own, everything you have manifested with your mind. By thinking, planning, building it up, you have manifested it with your mind. That's right. You have manifested everything you own. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. Whatever is around you is what you have created in here by your planning, by your thinking. by what you have done in your mind, in your conceptual reality. It's what you have conceptualized is reality in which you live. The way to change that is to start change the way you think. You change the way you think, you change the way everything is. You change everything by your thinking process. Now, you can be like this river, stay in the main stream and flow all the way down, leaving nothing behind. Or you can be like this small percentage that comes down through the rocks, and behind each rock it makes its deposit. You can build your wealth the same way this creek builds its sandbars, by going against the flow, paying yourself 10%, putting that 10% aside, let it build up, and your wallet will begin to immediately fatten. That's right, your wallet will immediately fatten if you put aside 10% of everything you earn. That 10% will become your nest egg. And 1/10 of all that you have will become your investment principal, or whatever you have to purchase. That 1/10 will eventually secure you a home, a land, whatsoever you desire. The more immediate, a car. All right, and that concludes it for today. They're going to put a link to a nice website below here where you can get some nice products. And I will see you on the other side. Bye. One-man action here. This will be on this movie because I am not going to edit this in any way, shape, or form. And welcome to beautiful nature.